Hey, Dr. K, how are you? I'm not using any names here because I might want to post this, but this is the patient who you probably recognize that you sent me for pre-surgical orthodontics. And let me just show you the process that I use using Invisalign software, and in this case, Invisalign as the appliance, and really drive home what is amazing about Invisalign for these kinds of cases. Nothing to do with the removability or the hygiene. But check this out. If you notice here, we have our nice class 1, nice alignment, even a little bit of overjet, which is some nice overcorrection. And so this looks great, but anyone can just draw this up and show you this. The question is, can we achieve these tooth positions that would get us into this nice occlusion? So what I do is I break it down into each arch. I basically made no instructions about the tooth movement. I just sort of said, give me an ideal occlusion. Then I'm working backwards to see what tooth movements are required. So in the upper arch, you can see we have space to align the anteriors and retract. We don't have to extract. Notice how the molars aren't moving at all. I try to keep molars without moving. With aligners, sometimes the aligners the molars are resistant to movement because they're strong teeth and you can get some unwanted intrusion, which can affect the bite. So I always try to keep molars passive if I can. So I have this movement very achievable with aligners, and the lower arch is even more straightforward. Let me remove the bite correction. Here's where we are now, and that's where we have to go. So we have some expected proclination to decompensate, no arch width movement, no molar movement, and we will end up in this nice occlusion. Let me put back the movement. And there you see, and I can actually show you how things will look in the immediate pre-surgical positions right here. So what's amazing about this is with aligners, you might have heard about people who maybe need 2 rounds of aligners, or sometimes you hear about movements that don't play out. Well, the key is you have to have a realistic plan with realistic movements. You have to have a cooperative patient, and all surgical patients are cooperative. But the aligners are always guiding and directing the teeth kind of in a linear fashion. And even if they fall short of the mark, like at the end of this round of aligners, if I look something like this, I can just get another like 5 or 6 more to tweak it a little bit. You don't get unexpected changes in the arch width. With braces, there's just a lot of inaccuracy how you place the brackets. Some teeth extrude, could even cause interferences and bite shifting, and the movements can be elusive. These movements within each arch are super predictable. And it so happens that if we have predictable movements top and bottom, we can actually see how things will look at the end of the treatment. So I love using aligners for surgery, and this is a great example. And I'm expecting this to be 22 aligners, 1 week per aligner. At the end of that, it's possible we might need about another 6 to 8 more in terms of refinement. So I would say probably about 8 months, and maybe as little as 5 months. Thanks for sending the patient.